What's up guys, Kiara Frenchka here and welcome to this training video where I am going to explain where you can find, free but high quality Facebook leads that are willing to spend cash with you. What I am going to stress about in this training is, who to focus on connecting with. You cannot be connecting with anyone. There are different types of groups and there are different places where you can find those high quality leads that are not going to hesitate to pull out their credit card and join you in your venture. Now I'm going to start with talking about groups. Alright, now when it comes to groups, you have your open groups and you have your closed groups. Now you always want to be focusing on the closed groups. So for example, let's look at an open group and I'll explain. So online business marketing, that's one group. It's public, all right? It's one of those open groups and it's where people like to spam their link. As you can see, a lot of people just don't know what they are doing here. Now the thing with these groups is these people normally they pay someone on Fiverr, they pay $5 to someone to post links in this group. So these people are not serious about building a solid business, all right? And these are not the kind of people you want to go after. You want to go where there are buyers, all right? People who are already proven to have pulled out their credit cards and who are serious about their business. Now these people are normally already in an opportunity. Now one example that I can think of at the top of my head is a MLSP. So for example, you can see you have two closed groups here, or actually you have 3, 4, 5. Okay, these are all closed groups, so these are all great examples. So let's go to the one where there's 1,000. Now obviously you need to be a buyer to be a part of this group, but these are all buyer leads you can go after. So what I would do is I would go to the see all button and I would scroll down until I find people who are not my friends yet. And anyway, when I do, I would send them a message. I'm going to come to the messaging part later. I'm going to even show you a personal case study, a personal message that I like to send to people and how I go about building rapport with them. So when I find someone I like, I would open their profile. Okay, so I know that this person is a buyer lead. All right, now before I message them, I do like to profile them quickly and see what's on their wall. If I see that there's someone that even promotes their biz up on their own wall, they're not someone I would really want to connect with. Okay, when you look at people, someone like her, she looks very approachable. She's smiling and she looks like someone who I wouldn't mind working with in my business. All right, so always have a quick look and profile them. If they're spamming the heck out of they're spamming their link on their own wall, they're not someone you want to work with, because those are people that are always looking for shortcuts to success. All right, she's actually okay, this was her birthday, so she's probably gonna have a lot of birthday comments here. All right, she's actually sharing tips. Okay, she's definitely someone I would connect with. Definitely someone I would connect with. Look, there you go. I usually don't waste my time on scammers, but sometimes it is just too tempting. So she is someone who definitely has value and she actually has a lot of engagement. Someone like this who actually goes out there to get results, that is someone I want to be connected to. Okay, so when I find someone I like this, I definitely message them. Now, before I come to the messaging part, I want to give you another example. I want to show you another group that is great for Facebook leads. So, Infinity Profit System. Guys, keep in mind that you only are allowed to have 5,000 friends. So you don't want to just connect with anyone. You first want to ensure they are buyer leads. Then you want to take it a step further and profile them briefly and there's someone you want to work with, then connect with them, then send them a message. But don't message everybody or connect with anybody, because honestly, you're going to have to pay the consequences later, and go through your friends list and unfriend the ones that are not engaged, not active, or who are not serious about building a business. Okay, so the Infinity Profit System, these are people, okay, anyone in this group is not exactly a buyer lead, but it is a closed group. And if you look in the newsfeed of this group, you can see who is actually going out there getting results, as opposed to people who are just in there because they're thinking about getting into a business opportunity. So for example, this Marie, okay, I will hit 10K this week. Okay, this is someone who goes out there to get results. So I would definitely connect with someone like her, and she even looks approachable. I mean, I don't even need to look at her profile because this post says it all, but let's confirm that she is a quality lead. Okay, she likes to share her personal life. That's something I personally like. People who just talk business on their wall, they're not exactly the kind of people who I like to connect with. I like to connect with people who like to balance what they post on their wall, life and business. We all go through so much in our lifetime. Okay, she has a lot of substance. She is definitely someone I would connect with. All right, definitely someone I would connect with. So let's have a look at more examples so that you understand the concept. Okay, congratulations, Mihi, on your 4th sign up. IPS all day, every day. So this person, not only does she have the membership, now it costs $25 to get this Infinity Profit System, just the basic membership. And it looks like she's someone who's going out there and getting results. So I would check out her profile and definitely connect with her. I mean, 4 signups, then she's definitely driven and someone who's serious about building an online business. All right, again, someone who's out there paying to get the system. You want to make sure that you're connecting with people who can make a decision to invest in their life. I mean, there are people in here who are introduced before they even sign up. Now, if you come across those people who, look, for example, this is a great example. Please welcome Richard, who is interested in the IPS opportunity and wants to look around before he decides. I mean, she didn't tag him, but I wouldn't even bother with someone like that. I mean, if you're really thinking about paying $25 to change your life, and I'm sorry, that is not the kind of person you want to associate yourself with. No offense to this person, but I'm using this to teach you here, to teach you who you want to connect with. You need to connect with people who are not going to stay thinking about paying $25 for an opportunity. I mean, really, okay? You want to make your sales conversions as easy as possible for you. So make sure that you're connecting with the people who are not going to stay thinking about paying $25 at least to get into an opportunity, right? So I hope you're understanding the concept here, because this alone is so powerful. You can literally just connect with a few people, all right, who are quality every day, and you will have so much more profit in your business if you can learn to be this selective, okay? So that is basically how I do it. That is how I look for people. Now, the next thing you want to keep in mind is that you want to be doing this, if possible, every day. Now, I am going to ask you to aim to message about 50 people a day, all right, 50 to 100. Now, I know your time is limited if you have a job, family, kids. I know that it makes it harder for you to do this at least every day. So if 50 to 100 every day is unrealistic, then at least aim for 50 every 2 days. So you message 50 one day, and the next day you message the people who replied back to you. Then again, the next day, message another 50. The day after, reply to the people who replied to your messages. Now let's look at an example of a message that I like to send to people and how to go about building rapport. So before I get going with this case study that I prepared for you, I just want to mention one thing. When you're messaging people, if you get the security pop-up, okay, basically it tells you to match like a few pictures, like say, click on all the pictures which show a tiger, or else they make you enter a security code. When you get that, please stop. Do not proceed with entering the code. Do not proceed with matching any pictures. Just cancel it and give it 12 hours until you reconnect again. I mean, you're going to be connecting with people every other day. And in between, you're going to message the people that have replied. But please do not enter that security code or you will get your Facebook account blocked. Another thing is, after you message people, let's say you do your 50 people for the day, do not reply before 6 to 8 hours have elapsed. So start replying to people 6 to 8 hours after you have messaged them, just to avoid getting in trouble with Facebook. So, when I find someone I like, what I do is I connect with them with a very simple message. Now, the simpler your message, the better response rate you're going to get. Sometimes people send these really long messages. Oh, I find you like-minded, and I was looking at your profile, and I don't know what I don't know what they start coming up with, but they send these really long messages. People don't read them. People perceive that as very fake, very robotic, and they won't bother replying to that. They won't bother reading it, I'll be honest with you. So keep it as simple as possible. Hey, use their name. You want to personalize. All right. How's it going? I see you're an entrepreneur like me. Is it okay if we connect to follow each other's success? And normally the response rate is very high for such a message because it's simple, to the point, and not too much fluff. Avoid words like like-minded. That word is really overused. When people use it to connect with people, people are like, oh God, it's one of those copy-paste messages because it's so overused. Another thing is, if you have the time, and I honestly think you should really push to try and do this as well. What I like to do sometimes is head over to a person's profile and see if we have a mutual interest. If we do, I use it for the message. So say they have, a cover photo in the Caribbean. Okay, and I've been in the Caribbean, so I could say, saw your photo, and I see it was taken in the Caribbean. I went there too. How was your trip there? Did you enjoy it? Just find something that will really help you break the ice and hit it off quickly. Your aim is to build a friendship. When you meet someone in the street, you don't have a fixed conversation, all right? If they say this, then I'll say that. If they say this, then I'll say that. So many people think that there's this secret formula with talking to people. It is the same thing if you had to meet a person in the street. It is the same thing if a guy is attracted to a girl. Before he makes a move on her, he has to get to know her, take her out on a date, all right? And then other things follow, right? I'm using this so that you guys understand the concept that it's the same thing when people go online, all right? There's no need for you to become robotic, all right? Remain transparent, just be yourself and act normal, okay? So anyway, I told this person, I just hit you up with a friend request, and I say that so that they confirm the request. If I don't mention it to them, sometimes they forget to accept me as a friend. And I always go about saying, how is life and business treating you? And she said, I accepted it. Things are going well, thanks. Great to hear. You've been marketing along. So, ask questions and just ask a few just to get to know the person. You don't need to have 10-minute long conversations. Keep them, brief. Keep your conversations brief. And then, obviously, once you've warmed up that lead, you can close off, and you can let the Facebook posts do their work, because it's the Facebook posts that get people to want to learn more about what it is you do. Anyway, so this person said 8 years in business, but getting more serious in the last 6 months. And I said, wow, why in the last 6 months, right? And she went on to saying, I was a full-time principal too, and decided to focus only on my business. So I left the career in February, then in August joined Ray Higdon's mastermind. What about you? Oh my God, that's a very professional career. I couldn't imagine myself doing that. I am so transparent. I have absolutely no issues with being myself. I'm just going to adjust the screen, guys. Sorry, for some reason the screen was covering half the text. So I was looking at Ray's baby photos this week. That girl he has is beautiful. Well, I have been marketing for 21 months and been doing it full time less than 6 months. I like to talk about my struggles, by the way. It makes people relate to me more. A lot of people I notice when they're chatting with other people, I see it happening to me, and it's something I used to do. We try and be someone else we're not. We say we're over successful, or we start claiming things which never happened. I wasn't the person that claimed things that didn't happen. I wouldn't lie about quitting my job and whatnot, but I used to try and come across as more successful than I was, and it didn't come across well. Alright, anyway, this person said, that's great, you seem to be doing well, so keep up whatever you're doing. And I said, thanks, you too. Hope you have a productive day. You too. That's it. That's it. I don't do anything else. So if you think that I push for the sale, I don't. I do push for it after a person has shown interest, because people do need a push after they've shown interest, because all they need is someone to help them make the buying decision. But that's it. All right. Now, with that said, I am going to show you one more valuable place where to find good quality leads. So let's head over to Facebook again. So now we are going to look at fan pages. Fan pages are a great place to find high quality free targeted leads. Now, Tony Robbins is a great example. You see, people who are in the home-based niche, they like to follow Tony. So here's a great place for leads. And if you notice, all of his posts have so much engagement. Over 842 likes, over 212 of shares, and he always gets lots of comments. So here's another example. Can you see your partner's POV? So this is a post that Tony must have made 20 hours ago, and within 20 hours he got over 594 likes and over 238 shares. I mean, that's insane. I mean, look at the engagement he gets. So what I do is I look for something like this. Look, using the power of decision gives you the capacity to get past any excuse to change any and every part of your life in an instant. So these people commenting and liking are people who, to me, have value. People who look for value are people who have value. So these are the kind of people I want to associate myself with, people I want to connect with. So what I do is I start going through the comments. And I'm seeing Anya here. I love your approach so much. You're an inspiration. I love your practical and positive way of coaching. After manifesting enough abundance and prosperity, I will book you. Be prepared for super fun. So this is someone who looks like she is willing to invest in her success. So I'll definitely check her out and profile her. I mean, she looks very positive. I love you because you're awesome, and we actually have mutual friends. And it looks like she is someone who likes to provide value. So she is someone I would actually reach out and connect with. Definitely someone I would reach out and connect with. So this is how I would go about it. Now, what you could say is, because you came across her comment on the Tony Robbins fan page, you can use that for the message. So you could say something like, hey Anya, came across your comment in the Tony Robbins fan page, and I see that you're all about manifesting abundance and prosperity. Loved your comment. Just curious, what is it you do? All right. Don't you think that a message like that will get a better response rate than a copy and paste one? Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't work. It does. And in the beginning, in all honesty, I used to use the copy paste message because my time was limited. I mean, I started my business when I had a 9-to-5 job. But if you can, take the time to be very personal with each person, your response rate will hit the roof. It will warm up the lead faster because people see that you're a people's person, and this business is a people's business at the end of the day. And it is going to help way more with your conversions. You will see faster results. So that is how you can go about it with fan pages. Now, I have given you 2 great sources for Facebook leads. I have given you the best tips to get the fastest results because I've shown you how to find quality here, and I'm telling you, focus on quality, not quantity. I don't care if I have 5,000 friends. I keep unfriending people who are not engaging with me anymore. What I do is I always check the birthdays every day, and if I see people who I haven't been engaged with in a long time, if I profile them again and see that they're no longer consistent in their business, then I unfriend them. So I'm always, cleaning out my friends list. And in fact, I am down to 3,900. A few months ago, I had almost 5,000, but again, I cleaned up the list. So always aim to be connected with quality. Forget about having 1,000 friends. It doesn't matter. Honestly, you could have 100 and you can make so much money from that 100 if you focus on getting those quality prospects, connected to you on Facebook. So with that said, make it a great day and get started with connecting. Take care.